Hey y'all, happy Martin Luther King Day. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I don't know what time you're watching this video or what day you're watching this video, but we give honor to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today. Some of y'all probably got a day off. Some of you probably didn't get a day off. But thank God for this day and thank God for the dream that Dr. Martin Luther King had. And with that being said, I want to read some of these quotes he said. I mean, they are just like, these are my favorite ones. One is, let no man pull you so low as to hate him. What? Let nobody pull you so low. You low when you hate somebody. You are this low, okay? You got that person on your mind. You got that person in your spirit. Don't let them pull you that low. Don't let them pull you that low. I don't care what they're doing to you. Don't let them pull you that low. He also got one that said forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a permanent attitude. Forgiveness is a permanent attitude. You got to have an attitude like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and forgive you for acting like you crazy and acting like you don't, you ain't for me or whatever. I'm not saying being stupid. I'm not saying be stupid. I'm saying walk in forgiveness so you can free yourself. That's powerful right there. He got one that said, if you can't further, no, sorry. He got one that said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Don't you stop. If you can't do any of that stuff, don't you stop. Don't you stop. I encourage you to keep moving forward. Keep going. He got one that says, I say to you today, my friend, that in spite of the difficulties and the frustrations of the moment, I still have a dream. Wow. In spite of everything that you are going through and the frustrations that you have in your life and the difficulties, still have your dream. Still have your dream. And you know what? You can still have your dream and you can do something about having your dream. Act on your dream. Do something with your dream, okay? Just if it's just for 30 minutes a day, work on your dream. Still have a dream in spite of all the difficulties. We got one that says, no person has a right to rain on your dream. Nobody got a right to rain on your dream. If you go out there and you want to tell somebody what your dream is or what you are planning to do, and you know you got this thing in your heart and in your spirit, and then they knock you down after you tell them what your dream is and they ain't for you, you know what? Get rid of them and do your dream. They ain't got no right to rain on your dream, whether it be a success or a failure. If it failed, then do something else. But they don't have no right to rain on it. This one says the time is always right to do something right. It's always right to do something right. You know what? If you done something wrong and you know you need to go to that person and apologize to that person, the time is always right to go do it. The time is right. I know it's hard, when you wrong, especially when you wrong, it's hard to go and say, you know what, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I'm sorry. You got to suck that pride up. You got to suck that pride up and you just got to go and tell that person, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done what I've done. Even if the person don't want nothing to do with you anymore. Even if the person just like, I'm done with you. You hurt me and just, you know what, suck that thing up and be like, you know what, I know I did that, but I'm sorry. I apologize and I'm sorry. You don't have to speak to me anymore, but just know that I am truly, truly sorry. Last one. I have decided to stick with love because hate is too great of a burden to bear. I have decided to stick with love because hate is too great of a burden to bear. And plus, God said, if you don't forgive somebody, he's not going to forgive us. And hating something or hating someone is too much energy. That is just too much energy you putting out on one person. Dwelling on what they did to you, dwelling on how they treated you, that's too much energy. Thinking about them, what they're doing, that's too much energy. That's too much of a burden to bear thinking about your enemies. Pray for your enemies. Pray for them and ask God to help them, to bless them, because you know what He said? Pray for your enemies because He's the one that heaped the coals over their heads. He's the one that put your enemies in line. And yeah, a lot of people like to say, well, honey, I ain't got no enemies. Yes, you do. That's why the Bible told us to pray for them. Everybody got an enemy. Whether you want to accept it or not, you got one. You might not know who they are. And then some, you might know who they are. You know, it's a lot of people that they tell me, they'll be like, I've had people in the past to walk up to me and say, I don't like you. And I'm like, what? You don't know me. But I pray for them. I pray for them. And so I thank God for this day. This is a blessed day. I had the day off. And thank God for Dr. Martin Luther King that he did not give up on his dream. And we ain't all there yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. In some kind of way, we are getting there. Let's get there, people. Let's get there. All nationalities. Let's get there, okay? So I love you. I do. God bless you, and thank you for watching my TikToks. Like my TikToks. Give me a heart, say a comment, and share. Okay? God bless.